So let's talk about a group of men they're widely seen, but very few actually notice them. Let me say it again. A group of men who are widely seen, but very few people actually notice them. What men am I talking about? It's the men in between. You have the street dudes, right? You got the thugs, the pimps, the drug dealers, all the street dudes, the gangsters, right? But then you have the upper group, which is like the STEM, the science, technology, engineering, math people. You got the politicians and that group up there. But there's a group in the middle. What is that group? Who are they? They're a small group, but they have a very big influence. They have a very big footprint. Who are these people? They're called the educated lames. So, when we're talking about the educated lames, some people don't like that terminology, educated lames. Some people think it's disparaging and all this other stuff. And I'm like, it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. But those people do exist, the educated lames. How do I know? I'm one of them. I'm one of the educated lames. That's why I'm so versed in this subject, along with being the RBM. So, being the educated lame, you're in that middle zone where you're like, you can hang out with either group. Because even though you're an educated lame, you may be in that group with the street dudes. Because all street dudes aren't stupid. A lot of street dudes are smart. That's why they're street dudes. They know how to finagle and move around and do different things in that area. But you also have the science, technology, engineering, and math dudes, the politicians, and those people in that group. They're also educated lames. So the educated lames are throughout all groups, but right now we're just going to focus on that middle group. The ones that are just the everyday ones that you see, like me. You see us every day. We're out here every day. We're like the Sigma males, okay? We're out here every day. We're observing. We're watching. We tend to observe things and know things sooner. Not that we can foreshadow stuff, but even as children, we seem to be able to pull things out or do things differently than other kids. All right? They would put us in special need classes and stuff because, like me, I was bored. I got done with my work. I was great in school, so what do? I start clowning because I'm good at my work. And there's a lot of kids who are like that. A lot of kids who are like that. I'm not saying all of them are Sigma males, but there were a lot of kids who were like that. There were a lot of educated lames where they have to be doing different things, right? So, to give you an example of an educated lame other than me, let's take a fictional characters like Batman and the Joker. Both of them would be considered, I would consider them educated lames. I would also consider them Sigma males, where they're sitting back and observing society as a whole versus being focused tunnel vision on one thing. That's why they're like the opposites. They're two sides of the same coin, right? So that being said, the educated lames, I see them on the internet, and a lot of times there's frustration. There's a lot of frustration what comes with that. Knowing that this thing is going to occur, you kind of tell people this is going to occur, but nobody want to listen to you because you are that educated lame. You're not that politician up here or that STEM guy. You're not that thug dude, and it's like, whatever, dude, whatever. Then when it happens, it's like, right? So there's a lot of frustration. You get a lot of frustration out of them. They tend to have more high-level conversations. When I listen to those people online, and I ain't gonna mention their names because I'm sure they don't want to be called educated lames, but that's just what they are. They're having higher-level conversations. They want to have higher-level conversations, which other people don't want to have. So the back and forth. People want to be entertained, especially black folk. Black folk watch the most TV and social media than any other group, statistically. So we're not even going to have a debate on that. So unless you're entertaining, the higher level conversations go right over their head. And I see it a lot in their faces because they want to have these conversations. This back and forth with the Grammys right now and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and all this other nonsense. It's like we need to be moving into higher level conversations. It's 2024 and we're still having low level conversations. So what happens is, and what's going to end up happening, and what is happening as we speak, is those educated lames are going to remove themselves from the platform or put themselves behind paywalls so they can actually talk to people who want to have real conversations. So you're going to start seeing the separation. Like there's also a class thing that's involved with that. I'll make another video about class within the Black community. And that's happening right now. That's occurring like literally right now, where they're starting to put things behind paywalls. And I'm hearing more and more creators talking about, I've been giving this information for years and people are still telling me, what should I do? Should I join Bitcoin or should I invest in houses? I don't know. They're burned out of saying the same thing over and over, and people don't want to execute. People don't want to come outside. People don't want to come outside and actually do the work, so they're going to keep asking questions. They call those ask holes. Ask holes. Where they're just going to keep asking questions because that way they don't have to do anything. The easiest way to know what questions to ask, like ask better questions, is to start doing the work. Once you start doing the work, you're going to ask better questions because you're doing the work. You're trying to avoid the work and keep asking the questions so they don't end up being no work. It doesn't work that way. I say all this to say, educated lames, paywalls, got to be entertained. I need you to start opening your mind. I need you to start figuring these things out. I need you to start seeing what category you fit into and ride that all the way out. Get up off this fence where people don't want to share information. They want to charge this, that, and the other. That's because you get rid of the fluff when you start charging money. There's some masterminds out there that are $100,000 in Hawaii. People pay that because it gets rid of all the fluff. Just letting you know, from one educated lane to the group. I'm out.